Hello, Josie here. So today we're going to continue with the re-unboxing videos. So I actually have an Iplehouse Carved Heritage Leonard. He's an EID in light brown, and the superhero. He actually also has the beard and tattoos. I didn't get him with the first release of the Carved Heritage. I got him with the special secondary release, which did not come with the, the limited edition full sets and such like that. But, yeah, so here he is. And he is quite lovely. I really do love the light browns. However, you will notice that they do tend to get more scuff marks around the joints, which is unfortunate, and there's that beautiful tattoo design that I really loved. So we're gonna get this boy dressed today, and I'm gonna be dressing him in SartoriaJ clothing, just because I bought this stuff and I've never put it on a guy yet, so it was a hard decision to make on what to put him in because, well, let's be honest, he looks good and everything, so. And I haven't firmly decided which wig he's going to be wearing, so we're going to test out a couple of wigs also. So this is the superhero body, like I said, so you can really see that definition. I got him with the beard makeup, and I think this is makeup B with the beard. And then, of course, the tattoos. Then I also got him with the body blushing and the hand blushing, which I totally love, and it's worth every penny to have done. So, alright. So we'll start with this red top, and like I said, it's all SartoriaJ. Now, some of you who are long-term collectors or have been long-term collectors will understand when I say this. I'm kind of having a bit of a I don't even know how to say it. I'm having a bit of an issue with how big my collection has gotten versus how much time I have to spend with them. So there's some guilt and anxiety, I guess. So my plan is to get all of the dolls unboxed and then start going through them all and seeing which ones I am ready to part with. Like, quite honestly, it's going to be the hardest decision ever because for one reason or another, I love my collection the way it is, but space is, always at a premium. And like I said, the guilt and whatever with the amount of money and the time I don't get to spend with them is also always a factor too. So I'm going to see how that pans out. And of course, I'll be letting the doll community on Facebook, they'll be the first ones to know. So, which ones I decide to sell. I don't think it'll be Leonard though. Sorry, guys. I love the period clothing, and you know what? It is so hard to find. SartoriaJ is one of the few places I find that does do these really nicely. Iplehouse had quite a selection at one point also, but they don't seem to do a lot for the EIDs and HIDs anymore. So I think this is called the Prince Louis set. which is lovely. I love this set. So this is what we're going to be putting him in today. So actually getting back to the guilt and anxiety, I had talked to a friend of mine who had recently gotten rid of a fair chunk of his collection. He's starting to build his collection back up a little bit now, but I had asked him how he felt about having to sell some of his pieces, and he said at the time it sucked, but he said, to be perfectly honest, he got over it and is now fine with what he had to do. And like I said, he's building up a lot of the pieces, or not the pieces per se, but his collection of dolls. What he missed most was the clothing that he had to sell. And he'd like to, you know, try and find a lot of those pieces now. I, of course, promised him that if I ever decided to sell a lot of my clothes, I'd let him know. But, because I had considered selling some of the clothes too, because, let's be honest, I'm a clothes hoarder. So, that kind of cemented it for me that maybe I shouldn't go that route. And as far as doll-wise, most of the dolls I have, albeit some are fairly, you know, limited edition. Even the limited edition ones can be very easy to find after the fact. Give it a year or two and people do start selling them off. So with that in mind, it's not as if I do fully regret selling a doll, there's always the chance that I will find it again. So, I mean, always that option too, right? So the boots are Iplehouse, not SartoriaJ. And speaking of SartoriaJ, sorry, I keep saying that wrong. I just received notice that my Philip is shipping, and I've already got his armor set and one of the limited clothing sets that I had ordered just before him. They're here, but I've been waiting to do that doll unboxing until I received him as well. So once I receive him, I will get that all unboxed and of course show you guys. So very excited about him. He is super handsome. He's definitely the knight to wear the armor set for sure. Although I will be very curious to see how that armor set fits Iplehouse dolls as well, because I'm sure there's a lot of you that are curious about that too. Alright. And this jacket is just gorgeous. And of course, with all jackets, once you put it over a long sleeve, the long sleeve kind of becomes a bit of a problem. So we're going to try and do this. Open up as much of the sleeve as we can so that we can keep the long sleeve red shirt down. And then hopefully we can find a wig that really suits him, because to be perfectly honest, I can't remember what I had him wearing before this. I think he was a brunette. But again, don't recall. And I'm not even sure if he was where I put that wig, so maybe should have checked that box a little closer. Might have left it in there. Okay. So there, holding on to that red shirt. Just gonna pull this one up. So my friend who had gotten rid of a lot of his collection, he asked me the question, which do you prefer, the guys or the girls? And the question was asked in order to help me choose which one of my dolls to, or which of my dolls to maybe sell off. And I do prefer the ladies. You know what? It's just, they're funner to dress. It's like Barbies. I mean, we grew up with the Barbies, didn't have a lot of Kens, but the Barbies had the most clothes. And not saying that I don't have a lot of male clothes, because I actually do. But it's just, they're still the funner ones to dress up. So having said that, it may be a guy I do sell, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet either. So we will just see. And out of curiosity, anybody out there that is a collector as well, what are your preferences, guys or girls? It seems like there are, well, of course, more people have the girls. They're a little more prolific in being able to purchase. More people, more companies make them. But I know that there are some people who strictly love the guy dolls. So just curious, if you are one of those collectors, what is it that really draws you to the male dolls? Is it just the aesthetic, or storylines that you have for them? So yeah, feel free to drop me a comment down below and let me know, because I'd be very, very curious to hear what you have to say. And also for those doll collectors that are strictly pro girl, what is it about it that, why do you collect strictly the girls? So yeah, feel free to drop that comment below too. There, see, like I said, it's always hardest to get these over multiple layers. Especially on the beefy guys, I find. I don't actually have any of the model guys, which I have always been super curious about. I probably should have, just because it would have been, you know, you don't want to see the exact same body every time, right? I know that the model guys, or the model body, is a little bit, what's the word? They're a little taller, I believe, and a thinner build. Not the super thin builds that a lot of companies have, though. They're still fairly muscular. But it would have been really interesting to see, to compare that body. Since I don't have both types, it's not like I can offer an opinion on them. One of the reasons I didn't get both types is because with a lot of the clothing, you had to, because they are taller, I wasn't sure if the clothing would always fit both. And since I had primarily the muscle body, I didn't want to have to, you know, order up a whole pile of extra clothes. So that was my reasoning behind that. Well, this is an absolutely gorgeous set. And always well made. I mean, I'm always just absolutely shocked at it. My ring doll stands. And these are made for the 72-inch, or 70-inch dolls? 72? I can't remember. So we're going to be propping him up on this. And just so he's flat-footed. There we are. Okay. even with the extra layer, like, or the layer, you know, the shirt underneath this, there's still room. I mean, it's not as if it's super tight or anything. So rather impressed with that, because I swear sometimes if it's a layering thing, they make them still really, really snug so that you can't actually put that shirt underneath it. Maybe they just really want them to all be naked underneath. That could be. I mean, okay, I cannot keep these buttons buttoned up. Alright, so here's the belt. Gotta say, I'm liking the fact that this has the little buttons versus having to lace up like all the women clothes do. It can be so time consuming doing that. Mind you, it can be also just as time consuming if these little elastics are too big and they keep unbuttoning, like my front tunic here. Tunic, however you want to say it. Okay. To be perfectly honest, I'm not really sure how this belt is supposed to fit. If it's supposed to be snug or to be loose. I guess it's a personal preference on that one. Yeah, this one could have actually been a little snugger right around this section, because these ones, are those elastics smaller? I'm not sure, however you want to say it. So maybe we'll tighten this up so that it hides that a little bit more. So I'm not even sure if this set is still available on SartoriaJ or not, but always worth a peek to see what they have left on their site, because I mean, they do sell out fairly quickly on some stuff, so especially if it's a really nice detailed set. In fact, I kind of missed out on a dress on that site that I was really hoping to get, because yep, I wasn't quick enough to do it. So there we go. All right, now let's find this guy a really nice wig. So I've got 2 here. I think we're going to give it a try. So one would make him a redhead. And the other one is kind of like, I want to say dreadlocks, but let's try this. Oh, I don't think I'm liking the red on him anyways. It did fit right. No, it's not terrible. It's not my favorite neither. Okay, let's try this one. And honestly, I don't even remember what company this is. I bought it from, or I got it off of Legend Dolls website, where, and they sell, you know, so many different companies. How's that? Oh yeah. Not sure if that'll be what he permanently wears or not, but for now it looks pretty good. So we're going to keep him in that. Plus he looks a little, makes it look different than my other male dolls who all have the shorter wigs. So, although I do believe I got Philip a fairly long wig as well, so that would be nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that. He will be my light knight for sure, because I believe his wig is a blonde. So, although I did get him with a vampire head as well, so he may not always get to play the good guy. There we go. So, like I said, this is Iplehouse EID Leonard. I believe this to go around this way. Oh, nuts. Took it right off. Alright, so I think we just need to find him a sword, and we can do that later on. Not sure if I want this in the front or off to the side, but either way. And then he'll be done. So stay tuned for photos of him on Instagram, and that is Josie_BJD Dolls. And as always, thanks for tuning in, and stay safe, be kind. Bye. Alright, so here we are back with Leonard, fully dressed. I just thought I'd do a quick video of him with his entire outfit on. Please forgive my camera skills here, but I just wanted you to see just how absolutely gorgeous he is. So we'll do a slow pan down so you can see this outfit. And it is quite lovely. And there is a shot of him. So handsome. And again, thank you for joining us, and I hope you are enjoying my videos. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. We always appreciate those, and I will respond back to all of them. So, and stay tuned for more. Thanks so much. Bye.